And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Put your thumbs up and say it's Tickety Boo.
Tickety Boo.
Tickety Boo, Tickety Boo, everything's Tickety Boo.
Tickety Boo, son. Tickety Boo.
Tickety Boo.
Hello and welcome back to Tickety Boo. I'm Andy. Today I'm joined by Iona and Ian, and great to have us all together today because we're going to be talking about wellness, but not in a way that's going to make you feel like you need to buy anything or download another app or get up at 5 a.m. or do anything. We're actually going into the other direction, which is, I've been thinking lately, before all of the apps and the optimization and the trackers and the morning routines, humans just kind of lived.
Yeah.
And most of us got on all right with that kind of living. So I want to talk about at what point in life, or over the years, has doing this become so complicated, and why have we stopped trusting ourselves? What do you think?
Yeah. I was just sharing with you guys before we hit record that when it comes to counting steps, we're sort of like having a laugh, like tracking all our movements, and that is anxiety inducing, and then we feel like we've failed because we've not hit a target. So actually I don't have an Apple Watch or anything, but I am able to kind of get a vague idea of steps from my phone because it's generally on me the whole time. So I now no longer have it like my goal is 10,000 steps. My goal is like 4,000 to 5,000. That's it. So every day I'm winning because every day I get over that.
You're
just
ahead
like,
of the curve before you even start.
Yeah, and then I get to celebrate. Like obviously I want to get out, but yeah.
But like me, I've got a smartwatch, but I don't use it as a smartwatch. And this morning it told me that I'd only had 6 hours sleep. But actually today I feel incredible. Like my energy's up. I'm feeling mentally sharp. I'm feeling good.
It's the company.
But if I look at you've only had 6 hours sleep, I immediately think, oh, I'm tired. I need to go back to bed because I haven't had that, that magic 8 hours or whatever it is. And I think looking at that data can lead you down a path. I need to chase something that I don't actually need.
Yeah.
That's where I want to go with this episode.
I get it, but I've never had one. Well, I did, and then I got so fed up with charging it every other day.
You binned it.
Well, it's still sat on Louise's dressing table. So, but I have a set of scales and a mirror, and judging by what the numbers say and how rotund I looked in the mirror.
Well, I think the other thing is as well how your clothes feel as well. They're a good indicator.
That's what I do more, particularly now that I'm working out and actually lifting weight. So I don't pay attention to the number on the scale. Like it's about it's how much stronger I'm getting, and it's how the clothes fit.
As soon as I put on a certain pair of jeans, I'm like, okay, time to rein it back in, and then I'll fall into it. I think what I want to talk about is how we've turned self-care into like constant homework.
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes a bit of a thing, doesn't it? Because do you remember the point in life where you just went for a walk?
Yeah.
But you didn't go for a walk to go, oh, I've only done 4,000 steps.
Yeah.
I need to get it up to 10,000 steps. I've done that, by the way. There was a period where I committed to doing 10,000 steps a day over a period of time. And do you know what changed?
You didn't go for walks?
Nothing.
Oh.
Because I did the 10,000 steps a day, but I didn't change anything else in my life.
That's important.
I'm not saying the 10,000 steps aren't important, but I was doing this magical do 10,000 steps a day, and then it's like I've drank unicorn water and the world is amazing. And I skip around everywhere feeling, or whatever, unicorn water. You get what I mean.
Do you think this is because somebody's trying to sell you an idea, and every time they come out with a new version, they've got to sell you this new vital function that you can't live without?
Yeah, it's normally some dude in Dubai stood next to a Ferrari telling you how you need to get up at 5 a.m, smash the morning, do 10,000 steps, do your workouts, journal for 2 hours, and then you can get on with the rest of your day. And I'm like listening to him going, I need a nap at point 2. I'm bit tongue-in-cheek here, but
that whole sort of almost like a 100-point morning routine, and before you can even begin your day, something that I've adapted instead, because as we know, I can be impulsive, or also I'm in menopause, so my energy levels go up and down. So actually, instead of having that set routine, which I don't do well with, hardcore boundaries like that, is I just have a list of activities in my phone of what will nourish and revitalize me. So I just look at that and make sure, like, just check off and do something. So it's not a routine every single day. It's like, today I feel like doing this. So it gives me the variety without feeling locked into a routine and this is a thing I have to do.
Yeah, I think not all, but most of us know what we should be doing and what we're not doing.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is we rely on an app to remind us or track what we do. But at no point is the app going to go, "Oi, get your fat lazy ass out of bed and get down to the gym," because you just ignore the app, don't you? Or you snooze it, or you delete it off. And I think, like, if I know that I'm not turning up at the gym, I would rather book an appointment with a PT. Who's going to go, "Where are you?"
Yeah, 100%.
I'd rather have the accountability from a person or a friend, a training partner, or someone I've arranged to meet for a walk up a hill or around the countryside than relying on an app.
Yeah, definitely.
I think what I do want to say, though, is at the moment I'm in a process of changing my relationship with food to kind of go through like these good phase, bad phase, good phase, bad phase. I'm trying to get more into a 80-20 split, balanced. But what I did do before I did that was I got brutally honest with myself. I did use an app just to track what I was doing at the time. So I used like MyFitnessPal to track my food over a course of a week. So I could see, like, I wasn't trying to be healthy or changing anything. I just ate normally, but I wanted to see what my baseline was.
So data.
Yeah, calorific intake, what I was consuming on a day. Then I used that data to go, I can see where I now need to make cuts, and then I stopped using the app. So I think apps have a purpose, but then it's how you use that data, and I don't depend on it.
I could see them having a purpose. Like, if you're like, for me, I've got a fairly healthy lifestyle, a fairly active lifestyle, and the way that you're like a culture that I can't take any credit for, that has been sort of brought up within our household, which our kids have then taken on board, and they've taken it forwards into their households. But for me, I think these apps have got a use. If you've got a clinical issue, you're clinically obese, you need to track it with a bit more discipline, then I can understand its value. But generally, as a day-to-day thing, to me, it's just, it's something I don't need.
It becomes another obsession.
Well, I think is if you go for a walk and you're tracking it, are you really going for a walk? I know that sounds really stupid, but you're going for a walk to keep the app happy rather than, so you're on that walk going, have I achieved it yet? Am I there yet? Are the steps there yet? Rather than just going on a walk and being in the experience of going for the walk.
Yeah.
You know, rather than you're chasing a metric inside of something. You know, I'm lucky I've got the dogs that I take for a walk. The reason I've had to switch on a bit is because my work is sedentary. You know, I'm sat in a chair or I'm sat at a computer, so it's not as active as it once was in my life. So I can't do what I've always done. I need to change it up a bit. But I'm old me. I've used apps and programs and this, that, and the other, and all these challenges, and you just revert back into what you've always done.
Absolutely. And kind of bouncing back, listening to what you said, and then bouncing back to my point, is Louise has got heart failure. So, it's a chronic condition, they call it heart failure. And if she was to wear a watch that monitored her heart all the time, she'd constantly be in a bad place. Yeah. Because it would be a constant reminder of the condition. And that would actually be really unhelpful in my eyes. I mean, obviously if she was in a point where her health wasn't good, then maybe, but that's what the doctor's for. It's not for us to self-diagnose in that situation.
But I think the real issue is, you know, the apps will tell you how many steps you've done, how many calories you've taken in, how many hours sleep you've had, but they don't tell you how do you feel.
Yes.
And what is deemed to be good for one person isn't for another. So, like, if you said to me, a week ago, Andy, you are actually, if you get 8 hours of good sleep a night, you're optimised. Last night I had 6 hours. I checked because we were doing this episode, and I feel like I've had a great sleep and my energy's good. But if I look at what the app's telling me and what the rhetoric out there is, you've not had a good sleep. And so now I could fall into the pattern of chasing, well, tonight I need to get that to the 8 hours. And then weirdly, the not being able to get the sleep becomes a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. You now, rather than just go to sleep, or just sleep. And I think, I'm very aware, but I could have checked the app this morning feeling fine and then suddenly not felt fine because what the app's telling me I've not got it right. And I think, we've got to bring it back to the fundamental basics.
Yep.
Do you agree?
Yeah. Live healthy, feel healthy.
Also,
listen to your body.
I think as well, it depends how somebody's using the app. So we said if it's a cause for anxiety, because some people will find the app as motivational and they want to hit those numbers. So I think for the listeners or the viewers, it's about recognizing their relationship with the app. So are they making it a chore, or do they get to celebrate because they get to see their progress? Because it can be really helpful, and tracking your macros and micros and all that. When I was doing that a lot more, I was able to see, oh, actually, I'm getting a lot more fat in my diet and we do need fat. Then I realised, it's the hidden stuff that gets in there. So it brought awareness to me. I mean, I found it annoying because I cook a lot, so actually trying to monitor it over the course of a week or so was actually homework in itself. But it gave me an idea, so I got to see, oh, actually, I'm being a little over generous with the pour, with the oils or whatever it is. So I think if people want to use it to check in, then it helps. So I think we're not bad.
It creates awareness. Yeah, like I did.
And if it's ongoing support for you, great. If that's what helps you and that's your buddy, then that's brilliant. So I just want to. It's not all.
No,
bad.
they serve a purpose. I think what we're talking about is when you run your life around them.
I was going to say, like I said, I don't do it, so I'm probably not the best person. But what you were just saying, that was helping educate you in nutrition. That's brilliant. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because if you asked me, I have a really healthy diet. However, I didn't realise quite how much excess in certain areas I was getting. I'm like, oh, yeah.
I'm just looking at the bag of Haribo over there.
I only had one out of that.
I'd actually say the half a bag of Haribo. But the things that concern me about it are, one is, if I'm going to bed, my bed is my sanctuary away from
the world.
So to have something else that's just sort of giving me some underlying something at the back of my head, I don't want that.
Well, the thing is, my nan was fairly fit and active, and she didn't have an app.
How did she count a step?
She just got on with her day and just did stuff. She just knew, oh, I'm hungry, I'll have something to eat. I'm tired, I'll have a rest. I've not really been out much today, I'll go for a walk.
Yeah.
But that kind of follows through into what I was going to say next, which is the other thing that worries me about these apps. Are you going to start to lose control of how you feel, or start to sort of overrule your physical feeling and your physical feel of well-being because the app says you've not slept, the app says you've not got enough steps in. So where you're feeling good or you're feeling a certain way, which is the most important thing that you can listen to, is your body, because your body will always tell you.
Yeah.
You just need to learn to listen. Is it a way of distorting the way that you listen to your own body and the signals it's giving
100%, 100%. We were talking earlier about, stepping on the scales, which can fluctuate over the course of a day quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it's about how you feel in yourself, how you feel in your clothes. No scales. A reference point to see if you're moving in the right direction, but, is not an influence, because if we're chasing a number, where has that number come from? Now, if it's come from a credible source with data and, but if you're like, I read online I should be doing 10,000 steps a day, is that right for your goal and what you're trying to feel and what you're trying to, the point that you're getting to? Or actually, you're better, you actually need to drink more water.
Yeah. Well, look, I only started doing proper weight training as of last August. I had no idea how much I was going to love it. Absolutely love it, and I've been a huge advocate and Pilates and yoga, and I even trained to be a Pilates instructor a million years ago, and it's the weight training which I wanted to do because I'm in my 50s, because of bone density, and for all those health reasons.
Yeah.
So the only thing, like when they said, "What's your goal?" I'm like, I don't want a saggy ass. Like I want to avoid that, like the. And it's so my goals are all with myself, and if I'm away from it, then it's to get back to at my personal best. I had no idea I was going to love it, and if you'd have told me to go and do something else, like I found the thing is, find the exercise, if you want to have that structured exercise that you love, something you enjoy doing, and don't make it a chore. Like I friggin' love it, and I leave with a high as soon as I leave the gym.
100%. And I'm the same as you. I go to the gym because I'm nearly 50 and I don't want to look crap. I'm very conscious of the fact that
you don't want the saggy
my
ass.
body will, I don't want to saggy. My body will deteriorate very quickly, and I look at certain people my own age without wanting to be rude, and that they look 70, and I'm just like, wow. And I'm very conscious that a lot of that is some of it's genetics. I don't want to poke fun at anybody, but some of it is a choice, and it's the choice to
lifestyle
be
choice.
And it is an active choice. And the other thing is, it's really good for my mental health if I'm stressed or whatever.
I think there are some good apps though. Like one of the ones I've used in the past was Couch to 5K. To get out, if you've never ran before and you don't know how to get going. And I found Couch to 5K really useful because it's like, my brain would be like, right, we've decided to run, let's go and run 5K. And actually Couch to 5K is literally like day one, we're going to tell you what to do, and even if you feel like you could do more, don't. A light walk, a bit of a quicker walk, small run, slowing it down. And actually it's very good at building you up, and you're running before you realise you're running, so that's more like it's coaching you. And I think apps like that can be really, really good to get you moving and motivated. But there's a point, the expectation with that app is when you can get to 5K, you'll take care of the rest yourself. You can run 5K, you can run longer distances using the same approach. I think it's when you're like, my whole life is optimized by apps and run by apps that never really check in with you, going, how's your energy today? Are you sleeping well? What's your mental energy like? What's your physical energy like? Are you in control of your emotions? That's what they don't measure. Only you know that. No app can know it. And if you're trapped inside this wellness thing of trying to get to this place, and you're like, the numbers are there, but the feeling's not, that's where we get a little bit lost, isn't it?
Well, it becomes radical wellness, the extreme of being well, and making it. And it becomes hardcore, and it's just something we've got to achieve and do. And it's just exhausting.
And I think putting your phone down, going outside with a friend for a walk, or going to the gym together, or a yoga class, or a swim, or something, and then asking yourself afterwards, how do I feel? Did I enjoy that? Did it work for me? And doing more of that with the social element of it built into it as well. Training with a friend, walking with a friend, or meeting up a friend with a dog, and doing that kind of stuff, where you're very much in the walk with the person, in the gym with the person. I see so many people in the therapy room that come to me with anxiety, and they're like, I don't know what's wrong because I'm tracking my steps, I'm tracking my sleep, I'm doing the water, I'm doing this, and they've got all the data, and they're like, because you're actually trying to control something else, as well as anxiety trying to completely control your life.
You're taking something that it's not a job. It's a hobby, it's your life. You should be trying to find a way to enjoy it.
Absolutely. I think it's a trap that was very easy to fall into, and I think people just need to ask themselves, actually, is this really working for me? Is there another way I could do it outside of my phone where I could actually enjoy it a little bit more? I know it's a bit of a ranty episode, but I think it's not a app bashing at all. And for those that are out there using them and it's working, great, keep it going. But for those that are a bit lost and it's not, there's a different way of doing it.
Yeah.
Go speak to your gran, because she didn't have an app, and
Yeah.
she probably had it figured out. It's a short episode, but it's one that we wanted to talk about because it is something that we see in the therapy room when people step in. As always, we do massively appreciate you watching and listening, and we look forward to catching up with you in the next episode of Tickety Boo.
Before we go, if you're going through something right now, please do talk to somebody. A friend, a family member, anyone you trust. And if you need a bit more support, contact your GP or NHS 24 on 111 or the Samaritans on 116123. They are always at the end of a phone, or alternatively, visit the Peace of Mind website. Links are in the episode description. You are not alone in this. Take care of yourselves. Catch you in the next episode.